Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, otherwise known as RBL, a show that incorporates baby boomers and millennials' ideas and perspectives.
With the hottest news, reviews, and interviews, and guidance on the transition of brick and mortar to click and order. And now I'm proud to introduce former veteran, military police, and a member of Knights of Columbus, my dad, James Zuley.
And my son, chairman and CEO of EZWay Network, known as the Digital Dick Clark, Eric Zuley. Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our EZWay family. You know who you are, and our superstar host of the show, Eric Zuley. Eric, you ready to rock and roll this morning? We got some interesting guests coming up.
Yeah, we do, Dad. We have some really interesting guests. Good morning, everybody at Radio Boomers Live. So as always, we start out by asking that you press the share button. Okay, one of our favorite buttons of all time. That button, share button, like, comment, engage, yes. Tell your friends. Hashtag EZWay family. Also, we are a subscribed network and a subscribed show. So if you do enjoy the show, you can actually subscribe to RBLLive.com, www.rbllive.com, and tell your friends. But yeah, it's a really special show, actually. This show is brought to you by an app called OWWLL, and OWWLL is a app that helps you guys actually connect and network and get paid to do it. So you'll hear a little bit more about that. And our guests actually came from that app, so that's why we've decided to make the OWWLL sponsor of today. But those of you guys that are tuning in, this is Radio Boomers Live with me and my dad. We fight for the microphone throughout the whole show, so we'll see who gets
my turn to talk.
But honestly, guys, this is a really fun show, so make sure you engage and tell your friends and press the share button. So yeah, Dad, I'm super excited about the show.
Eric, I tell you what, it's literally changing. It used to be every year things change. Now it's not only every month, it's literally every minute, just about new stuff comes up. And you really got to keep up, and I give you a lot of credit for your super app that you put together. And I see you up almost all night. I don't know how you do it.
Well, I appreciate you saying the super app. And if you guys watch the scroll bar at the bottom, you can get more involved. Make sure you follow us on EZWay Family on Instagram. You can text EZWay to 59925. But what my dad's talking about is a super app. Imagine a Facebook type of app, a LinkedIn type of app that connects you to the biggest and best superstars in the business, entertainment, and philanthropy world, and gives you all the marketing tools your business would ever need. So,
yes, indeed.
Well, and then also, if you guys go to VIPPitchParty.com or the www.EZWayPitchParty.com, this is a really we're going on our almost 400. Can you believe it, Dad? We're going on our almost 400th event on Zoom of people that have actually connected with. There's been over $3 million in business that's happened through the networking. And then not only that, but you actually network afterwards on the app. It's pretty exciting.
I'm still trying to put the tapes together from events we did years ago, trying to categorize them,
100%. So, all right. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun, and it's very interactive. So make sure that you guys contribute and join in. If there's any particular topics that you want us to go to or anything like that, let us know. But today's topic of today's show is parentpreneurs. Those parents that really support their kids to be entrepreneurs. And Dad, you did that for me. You really did.
Parentpreneurs.
That's why I'm here today. That's why this network is here today for all of you guys and all the connections happening. I mean, can you imagine within the last 22 years, all the connections that have actually happened and all the light that we've brought to the world and the unity and community, but like all the
it's
imagine just how many people have connected in the last 22 years because of EZWay and the impact that we've made,
Eric, we'd have to put it into an AI bot thing and to figure it out, to calculate.
That's a good idea. I'm gonna do that. In fact, I'll share the screen and I'm gonna say, how much impact has EZWay Network and the EZWay family made? I wonder what AI would say.
There's so many videos. There's thousands, when you say thousands, the cool thing is when you meet somebody and they're in Hollywood and you say, oh yeah, I know so-and-so, sometimes they may think, oh really, okay, you might have just met him. Let me look it up, or let me call the guy. And they call him, and I've heard they go, do you know a guy named Eric Zuley? And you hear this like, oh, Eric, yeah, easy, I know. And they're all excited. Is he there? Can I talk to him?
And we're super stoked about all of our distribution and all of our partners, all of our sponsors. By the way, the show is brought to you by Super Mineral Water, Vitala. This is like the best product ever, guys. Like seriously, hit me up and message me about this. It's really been great for me, and it helps to replenish your system, your kidneys,
absolutely
your minerals that you're missing. Super, super important. And then also all aboard limousine service.com. If you want to roll the EZWay, guys, we have a limousine service that takes us to all the events and stuff that we do now, and they're amazing. They're
beautiful
limos.
limos.
Make sure you check them out. We're actually going to be going to the BizCon coming up, and so the San Diego Convention Center. We have a celebrity-driven like comedy show that's promoting the Forbes comedy channel on EZWay TV. That's on June 7th. We have June 20th with Lauren Powers from Entourage, and I've been on Lady Gaga's music video and Shameless and on and on. That's a health and wealth event coming up. I mean, just make sure you guys download the app and go to the events section. You're going to be blown away by all the events that we have coming up. But hey, Dad, we got to go into commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to bring in our guests. Make sure that you go to the app and you look for Aiden and Jeremy if you like what they have to say and you want to get connected. And make sure you stay through for the whole show, because we do have a special surprise coming up. So if you want your own podcast, you want your own TV show on EZWay TV, if you want to do it the easy way, watch this commercial and we'll be right back with Hot Topics.
We'll be back.
Welcome to EZWay Podcast. Do you have a podcast? Maybe you want to create one. Let EZWayPodcast.com make it a little easier on you and your guests. For only $99 a month, you can super boost your podcast, get more subscribers, advertisers, and manage everything all in one place with EZWay Network.
Get seen and heard the easy way, get a larger reach, meet quality potential guests. You could be on Roku, Apple, Amazon, all mobile devices and smart TVs streaming on EZWay TV. Our network helps you get advertisers and people wanting to pay you for an interview, as well as brand credibility and more social media followers. Try it free. Register to EZWayPodcast.com.
Yes, indeed. I love it. And Eric, are we ready to rock and roll? Are we ready to do a little hot topic time, or which direction you want to go?
Well, considering the screen says a big old hot topic time
so
on
I'm
it,
reading that and I'm thinking,
it.
Is that my cue? Does that mean, okay, hot topic time? I guess that's me, huh? So, guys, hot topics. What's the talk that's going on?
You just love doing that to me, don't you?
Yeah.
You did that on purpose. All right, come on, hot topic.
I got to keep you on point. But, when you have conversations, I've noticed, you talk about this, you talk about that. But when a little bit of AI comes up, it really piques everybody's interest, whether they're beginners or advanced or science people or whatever, because it's creating a real change and we're going to have special editions on this AI and what's going on. But it's affecting businesses in a good way. People talk about jobs. When you look at these scenarios, it creates new jobs, you'll see. But anyway, we'll get into a couple things here. Russia launched a big wave of large drones, and the drone strikes to the Ukraine, and they're right before a talk Putin's supposed to be having with Trump, and Trump's also going to be meeting with Zelensky after that talk. President Trump is breaking records, they say, for accomplishments. The amount of meetings he's had with the press is unprecedented. He's done more in a month than some have done in a year. It's literally a daily thing, keeping everybody up to date. But with the border, they say millions were crossing. Now it's almost down to zero. That's a good thing. And the bad guys that were here are being shipped out. And these are people with serious felonies. So all this stuff and with the tariffs, it's all coming together. It's going to save us a lot of money in the country. When you're talking about trillions of dollars in savings, it's about time. And then we have Palm Springs. It's a fertility clinic in Palm Springs bomb there. That's being investigated. That's out here in Palm Springs. America's colleges, they is it boom or bust? Because there's freezes going on and layoffs. Ivy League and state schools are having issues. DHS considering reality shows in which immigrants compete for citizenship. That'll be good for them. Poland seizes tires on a Boeing aircraft heading for Russia. So you take their tires, and I guess then they can't take off. Netanyahu said he will control Gaza as aid trucks prepare to enter. And Vance and Rubio meet with Pope Leo to strengthen relationships with the Vatican. 46% of economists are saying that there's a chance for recession, but then you got another group saying that the economy looks strong, it's solid growth and continued expansion. So a little bit of the yin and the yang there. I would say overall, put a little money aside. I mean, if you don't have a big savings, enough that'll carry you at least for 3 to 5 months. That would be a good thing. So the things, what's going on, some of the popular things for AI that I've been talking about, what it does, revolutionizing drug discovery and development, more so than people thought, personalized education and adaptive learning, optimizing weather forecasting, enhancing fraud detection and cybersecurity, and improving efficiency and sustainability in agriculture. Those are just 5 of the many.
Well,
that music,
know
they went in that direction, but yep, it's reaching out everywhere. So,
well, great hot topics information, Dad. Thank you so much.
That normally would take us days to figure out, and you and I did a little test, and within
you're just
seconds,
not going to give up the mic, are you? We got to get to our guests.
Okay.
Okay. So great hot topics. I love it. So again, guys, this show is brought to you by Better Vision for Children, bvccharity.org. You can donate. We would appreciate it. And speaking of donations, we have a father-son duo. We also have our book, Best of Best, if you want to get blown up and have everybody in the world know you and connect with celebrities or actually be associated with celebrities. Right. But yeah, we have a father-son duo coming on. You can look for them on the EZWay Wall of Fame, on the app, really, if you download the app. They're also big fans of the app. And speaking of charity and donating, this particular father-son duo happens to be the chairman and board members and owners of a nonprofit called the Relief Alliance, which is a 501c3 nonprofit that's also handling, a lot of things in the homeless space. And the 16-year-old son is the marketing manager, the marketing director. He's also the head treasurer for that nonprofit. And then you obviously have the president and CEO of the nonprofit, the father. And they're here to connect, collaborate with you guys.
So cool.
But this story is pretty incredible. And I want you guys to really look at an app called OWWLL. OWWLL.com. And this is an app that actually pays you to network and connect with people. It pays you to pick up the phone and support and help others come up. And that's what I did. So what happened is Aiden called me on this app and he wanted to learn marketing advice and he wanted to get some mentorship. And so he was asking questions and there's an energy there. I just kind of was feeling the kid. And he was telling me about his dad being a software engineer. And by the way, guys, press the share button. Let's bang that share button. Everybody bang that share button. Let's get this. This is a really incredible story. I want you guys all know about it. Like, comment. And when you comment, we can bring your comments up on the screen. But yeah, so he was like really ambitious and really eager and hungry, to be a marketer, to be able to market this nonprofit. And I love the fact that he wanted to support that cause and what they were doing. And so long story short, as you guys know, I go to a lot of Hollywood events. I deal with a lot of big people. I just spoke on stage or shared the stage with Lisa Nichols from The Secret and Oprah and Jeffrey Hayzlett, who's an advisory board member of DocuSign and CEO of C-Suite Network. And there's like nothing but trailblazers at this event. And I knew that this event was going to be something big for this duo, for what they're doing. and what this kid would learn a lot, meet a lot of great people. I knew this was it for them. And so knowing that they're in Florida, by the way, 5,000 miles away, this is in Hollywood. I'm like hitting them up like almost, I think it was the same day or the day before. And but I'm like, you know what? I'm just still going to try it. I'm just going to still send them the invites and see what they do. So anyway, I gave them the invite. It costed to come to the event. They made the investment. They booked a plane flight, and within like 4 hours, they showed up to the event. I cannot believe that. And this all happened from an app that you can call people on. I mean, how cool is that? How big of a story is that? I mean, like that's what it is. So without further ado, let's bring on our special guest for Radio Boomers Live. We got Aiden and Jeremy.
Oh, it's great to be on here.
Jeremy, there they are, guys. Hey, here we go again.
I appreciate
round
you
two.
both having me on here.
You know, I just want to thank you guys again for coming out. And I had a question for you, Aiden.
Well, Dad, the audience wants to say hey too. Come on, guys, let's give them a round of applause. Waiting for you guys, man. We've been pumping the story like crazy. Go ahead, Dad.
So Aiden and Jerry, you know, you guys,
Hey,
I give you a lot of credit for coming out. Now, just a question for you, Aiden. Where was it that you first met Jerry?
I met Eric on the OWWLL.
No, not Eric. Jerry, you're the guy that's on with you.
His dad?
My dad?
Yeah.
Oh, how did I meet him?
I just want to throw you a curveball, see how you handle it.
I know, let's go. That got me. Yeah.
Good
Okay,
job.
but now the same question. Where I mean, in your words, Aiden and Jeremy, you know, how did you first meet me? How did you guys get involved with EZWay? There's a whole bunch of people tuned in, by the way. You can watch the screen and please interact and respond to their chatting and their messages if you'd like.
Yeah, and first of all, just want to say it's great to be here with you guys, Eric and James Zuley, in the EZWay network. It's really special because I'm here with my son, like you pointed out, and just like you two are father and son, being a duo doing amazing things. Aiden and I are on this journey together with the Relief Alliance. Eric mentioned it. Aiden, I'll pass it off to you. I know you met Eric through the OWWLL app. You want to talk about your experience?
I'm really passionate about talking about this because the OWWLL app has literally changed my life in 2 weeks. The second I met Eric. I paid $3 to talk to him for 10 minutes. So OWWLL is an app where you pay and get paid to network with people. So basically, once you're on there, I've met so many great connections in 2 weeks. I've met people who helped with my nonprofit. I've met other nonprofit. I've met marketers. I've met Eric. That's a really big connection. Like, look where that got me pretty far. But so yeah, it's a great app. If you haven't heard about it, or if you have and you don't have it, you need to get on this. It's life-changing. I'm only 16 years old, and it's boosted my future in just 2 weeks. You'll meet some amazing people, and it'll just help you out business-wise. No matter what you're doing, you need to get on there.
You are like their biggest advocate, their biggest promoter. Are you a brand ambassador yet?
No. I got invited, but I'm only 16. So
okay, I'm gonna talk to the owner and see if I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously you got to be careful with the age thing and stuff like that. But you are such a advocate for this thing, and you're exactly right. It's a pretty incredible opportunity for people to be at home. But what I love is the EZWay family. The network is like all giants and people that are established, people that like to give back to other people like yourself, Aiden. And I could see all of my friends. I could see Shyla. I could see Joe. I could see everybody that's on here right now. I'm feeling their energy. Like, oh my God, I totally want to give back to students and college students and high school students. And I want to talk, and I want to get paid. I want to get paid to do something from my heart and help others. Like, that is like so cool. And so we definitely got to give props and appreciation to the OWWLL app. And again, use the reference code EZWay, because I am a brand ambassador. I'm actually going to be something more. We got some big announcements coming up, but use the reference code EZWay if you get involved. But enough about that. I want to get into your guys's, you were talking, Jeremy, you were talking about the nonprofit that you guys are involved with. And that's what really got me. Like, Aiden, I mean, I had a lot of people call me, actually. A ton of people call me and want to get connected on the OWWLL app, okay? And this is how it works, guys. But at the same time, what I really felt was the Relief Alliance. And when you were explaining that to me, and the fact that you and your father are a team helping the homeless.
I love that.
That is really cool. So go ahead, tell us more about that.
Yeah, of course. The Relief Alliance is a nonprofit organization that my son and I started, my son Aiden. We co-founded it to help families facing hardship, people experiencing homelessness. We provide essential support like food, hygiene products, clothing, emergency blankets, tents, and more. And it's more than just direct aid too. You know, we're a national alliance, and we're steadily growing. But we're an alliance of nonprofits that work together. We share resources. We amplify each other's impact. You know, no one can do this type of work alone, but together we can move mountains.
I love that. And me and my dad have the Better Vision for Children organization, and we, our father-son, duo as well. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Talk a little bit about the behind the scenes work that goes into a nonprofit.
I'll let Aiden speak on that. There's a lot of work, you know, just learning the compliance.
So I just want to throw in there. Now, as you guys went along, you know, from the beginning, where was it that you guys kind of came together and said, you know, let's talk about this podcast together. Let's talk about the nonprofit. How did that come about?
Yeah, actually, the inspiration came from a promise I made to God during one of the hardest seasons of my life. You know, I've never shared this before, so this is, you guys are
you
lucky.
know what? Promises you don't want to break, right?
No, you're right. And I'll tell you a little bit. You know, years ago, I battled addiction, trauma, and setbacks that most people don't walk away from. And at one point, I checked myself into a 28-day inpatient rehab. I was broken physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I prayed every day. I told God, if you help me get through this, I'll devote my life to helping others the way I needed help. And I really needed help. It was life or death for me. And after recovery, I moved to Florida with Aiden. You know, we were both pretty pumped about that. And one day we gave food to a homeless person, like we often did. And that small moment sparked a really big idea, the Relief Alliance. We came home, we said, what if we could do more? You know, what would it take? And that same night, the vision for Relief Alliance was born. Aiden and I built it together, father and son, and we built it with the goal of urgent needs and creating lasting change.
You're making an impact on a lot of people, and you and your son are working together. I mean, it brings you together more, which we're trying to reach out. Family should be together. You know, it doesn't mean you got to split off.
Just really quick, I want to point out a couple of people that are engaging, and thank you so much for Ebony Baker. Hey, Ebony, thank you for joining, and she's coming all the way from Washington State. We have Wendy Weber here. Good morning, Wendy. Hey, what's going on? Lady. Shyled Day in the house. That's a big influencer, by the way. Another Marquis Who's Who listee. She has a major women's organization, huge network. Then we got our platinum member, Joe Petrosky, from West Palm Beach, Florida. So he's out there in Florida, and he's literally talking to you guys right now, saying the 28th in Florida, and there's an event that talk about philanthropy and network. He's already, I mean, right now, real time, you're already getting more doors open to you guys. You know, I mean, and since you guys have gotten involved with EZWay, I mean, you've had like an avalanche of opportunities like topple over your head. Is your head okay? Are you guys doing all right? Or?
In just 1 week too. It's all just come so fast though. I love it though. I love it. I love getting this experience, the opportunities that you're giving me, Eric. And I love it. I love it. It's my passion. It's my passion to do stuff like this. And now I finally have the opportunity to actually pursue my goals and dreams. So.
Well, I want to say it on air. I'm officially taking Aiden on as my Padawan. Okay, I am the Yoda, and I have my Padawan. If you guys are Star Wars fans, we're gonna do some really great stuff. Teach them a lot of great stuff. We're gonna be building a lot of things. And you guys. So I talked about the fact that you guys flew out to Hollywood. All right, and yeah. I want to kind of go into the recap, go into the story. Of this amazing event. And as you're talking about it, I'm going to show this amazing event from a good friend of mine and one of our alliance partners. The Hello Hollywood TV did amazing sizzle and coverage for the event. But talk about, you know, just the beginning to the after, and the people you met, and like the life-changing opportunities, and anything that really sticks out in your head. And go ahead.
What was the decision to actually fly out? That's a big decision. You
know. Well, getting invited to a red carpet event is not something to turn down. So
I know that's not like a normal thing.
Yeah, but the event was really, really amazing. I mean, the minute we got there, we were, Michael Savage came right up to us and started talking to us. We spent an hour just talking about life. He's such a nice, amazing guy. Also known as Sir Tony.
He's an amazing man.
Yeah, we met one of the guys from Pirates of the Caribbean. We met Lisa Nichols,
my boy Isaac, Lisa Nichols, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just great. I mean, everybody was nice to me and Aiden. We got introduced to a lot of folks, made a lot of connections, and we're still in touch. They've been helping, and they're hoping to support us in our mission with the Relief Alliance, which is all more than we could have ever hoped for.
That's what I wanted to get at. I love it. And did you guys learn anything? Because I know there's a lot. I mean, this is like really valuable $1,000 an hour advice that you guys were in the audience getting a chance to listen to giants and juggernauts and trailblazers and people that really have been successful in their craft. Anything that stands out in your head that you could teach us today on the show? Any of the audience watching? By the way, guys, click the share button, bash that share button. Don't forget.
Right.
Yeah. One of the things was tell your story. Your story needs to be told, and it doesn't matter what it is, and it's also never too late to tell it, or it's never too late to start. Right. And the people that we met, I mean, these are the most successful people in the world. And, the advice they've given, the support they've given, it's just been incredible. So, Aiden, do you want to say anything on that?
I can add one thing. So just one thing for everyone, just pursue your goals and dreams. No matter what you've been through your whole life, you can go through anything, but you always make it. It's your connections that you have, just your relationships. Just go out there, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what you've experienced, just push through it, tell your story like what my dad said, and just keep going. That's one of the things I learned there. I love that.
And I'll add to that, buy the ticket. Okay, that's the moral of the story. That's the special takeaway of today's show is buy the ticket. And what that means is when you get the opportunity, action takers are money makers. When you get the opportunity, seize it, show up.
Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of times people just kind of overlook those opportunities, and you guys had no idea. I didn't even tell you, Aiden. I didn't even tell you how life-changing the event was. I was just like, hey, and I appreciate too the fact that you trusted me enough.
Yeah.
And you were like, hey, I'm not going to miss this. And you told your dad, and you guys showed up. But it was a life-changing experience, right? Who gets a chance to meet Lisa Nichols, that's supported by Oprah, has her own show, and it's The Secret, and like I mean, you guys shook hands with multimillionaires and seven-figure or eight-figure earners, and you're literally telling me now that people want to support you guys in your nonprofit. I'm sure that the follow-up has been fun, right?
Yeah,
so great.
And what's really cool is you went 3,500 miles or whatever it was, and then you flew back the next day. But the contact is just like you're almost there. With today's technology, you're meeting with them, you're doing Zooms or whatever. You can continue with the business just like you were there with them. That's what I like about it.
100%. It's great. It's great.
So what drives you guys to do this nonprofit, the Relief Alliance, and to help specifically the cause of the homeless? Did something happen in your lives? What drives you guys?
Yeah, I mean, so one of the greatest joys of doing this as a father and son is we want other families to see that they can step up together to make a difference, build something meaningful, let it grow strong, and build your bond stronger with your own children as well in the process. I mean, this isn't about just giving back. It's about showing parents and their children what's possible when they believe in each other and take action. If we can do it, you can too. And that's the message we want to convey. But again, I think I want to go back to, I lived it, I lived that pain. As a kid, I was sent away to the wilderness and reform programs after struggling with, drugs and just the wrong crowd. I slept outside in the dead of winter. I worked on ranches in isolation, often punished by being locked in basements for months at a time. It was lonely, dehumanizing, but I also learned grit. I learned survival. I learned responsibility. And then later in life, I lived out of my car to pursue my education and try to give my son the best life I could possibly give him. I raised him around helping people. Every time we'd see somebody in the median, we'd always give money. We'd go out of our way to do it too, and just after rehab, we moved to Florida and we did it again. And then we just had that conversation. What do we do to make this a full-time thing? How do we make more of an impact? And that's how we ended up where we are today.
God's got a plan, right?
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing.
Sports.
Thank you for sharing that with us, guys. And so I have a special surprise for you guys. We set up something very special for Aiden, being the fact that he is such a fan of OWL, and they are 10,000 users and growing. We are partnering up. We're aligning. We're doing a lot of things with the EZWay Interactive App and the OWL app. You guys, again, OWWLL.com. You need to definitely check that out, and you need to use the referral code EZWay. But being a boss, being somebody that speaks on major stages, and some people say that I'm a celebrity and influencer myself. I happen to actually not only get to the CEO, but I was brought in by the CEO's assistant and like the head people. So I was able to actually meet the CEO of OWL himself. And I mean, there's some big time people, as you know, Aiden. There's some big. This is no joke. This app is the real deal, and we became friends actually. So. As a little surprise, Aiden, we actually do have the CEO of OWL himself in the background in the green room right now. We're going to bring him up here on the show. But before
I'm excited to meet him.
Before I do, I want to show you guys a little information more on OWL and who. This is the man that owns this. Everything you're about to see right now. This is the man that created an opportunity for people to get paid and network just by picking up the phone. Can you guys hear it okay?
Welcome to
Can you guys hear it okay? Say yes or no?
Yes.
Okay.
OWL, the premier social networking platform that connects you instantly through private one-on-one audio calls, creating endless opportunities. The home screen is where you can see who's available to call instantly. People with the green button flashing are available to call now, while those with the red button are currently on a call. If there's no button flashing, you can request they make themselves available by clicking the button on their profile. Follow the people you want to speak with to be sent a notification alert when they are available. Let's check out the founder of OWL, Jason Hill. Check out past reviews, number of calls taken, cost to call, and background. You can even check him out on other social platforms. Click the call button to instantly call him. You're now connected to Jason one-on-one through the OWL app. If you're enjoying the conversation, add time by clicking the extension buttons. Be sure to leave a review so others can know how your experience went. Call costs are deducted at the end of the call, and you can see all past transactions under account and payments. You can add more money via credit card to make more calls, and don't forget to refer your friends with your referral code to get OWL bonus funds. Ready to accept calls and earn money? Click the Take Calls button and set the timer for your availability. Followers will receive a notification instantly that you are available at your call rate. Those who receive the most calls establish weekly office hours and promote their availability on social media ahead of time. Build meaningful relationships and unlock endless opportunities on OWL, from finding new leads to expanding your network and accessing industry leaders. Unlock your potential with OWL and soar to new heights.
All right, there it is.
Cool.
Now you guys have a better understanding, a better idea of OWL. And without further ado, let's bring on. And this man is a juggernaut. This man has been on every stage possible. He's hit all the college students, all the high school students. He's helping so many people. We want to give him the EZWay family superstar welcome and appreciation. My friend now and soon alliance partner. Who knows what's going to happen with OWL and EZWay? We'll just call this OWL the EZWay. Aiden, you get to meet the CEO of OWL himself. Let's bring him to the stage.
Waiting for this moment.
There he is.
Oh, what's up, Jason? How you doing?
Hill.
Not bad.
Oh, it's
Welcome
great
to
to
the
meet you.
Radio
I'm
Boomers
so
Live.
happy to meet you. I love your app.
What's going on, guys?
It's a pleasure, Jason.
Absolute pleasure. It's amazing to hear this story going on. By the way, can you guys hear me? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, cool.
Oh, it's great to meet you. I love your app, by the way. It's changed my life. I've only been on it for 2 weeks. I've met some great people. I've met some workers there at OWL, and they're all such amazing people. And it really has changed my life in just 2 weeks. So
That's awesome.
I just want to thank you for creating the app.
My pleasure. It's been a long journey, 3-4 years developing it. Jeremy, you know a thing or two about development. Of course, you know how much work goes into software like OWL as a tool, and we're excited to impact millions of people in the future. just like yourself, either 16, 18, 20-year-olds in college, all the way up to, people in their 80s that just miss speaking with other humans.
Oh yeah, your app is going to totally blow up. I mean, it is already. The amount of contacts that my son has made, that I've made on there, it's just incredible. Probably one of the best apps I've ever used. I know my son thinks that. I just want to put that on the table. OWWLL is amazing.
Besides EZWay Interactive
And
App.
I love
And EZWay.
And
Of course,
EZWay
EZWay is good.
I'm just kidding.
Make
But
sure
hey,
to
Jason, let me
download
give you a
EZWay.
chance to take the stage and tell. We have a lot of people watching right now. We have 350 million viewers per month on the iTube 247 platform. We have 150,000 viewers per month on the Faith Channel platform, Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, you name it. They're watching right now. I want everybody to know a little bit more about your background and your story, Jason.
Okay, I'll keep it brief. We'll be here for 2 hours, of course. So,
Yeah.
I was raised in New York. And,
I had a quick question.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Where did the name come from? Just real quick.
OWWLL. Yeah, great question. So my developers gave me 24 hours to come up with the name as we were kind of putting our wireframes together for the app. And as I was just writing down different ideas, I always knew that 8 characters or less for a name always did the best when it came to mobile apps in general. And I type different things like sharks are really quick. So we were thinking like a Mako shark. Some with time, like time chat, or an hourglass was a consideration where you like flip the hourglass and the time would start. And then there was something about the owl, right? The bird of wisdom and intelligence that just hit home. And when I typed into GoDaddy, obviously OWWL was taken, but I had an extra W, extra L, and it was there. And I'm like, that's it, OWWL. As simple as that.
You got the association with wisdom, so nothing
Absolutely.
wrong with that.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that story, Jason. Now let's get back to your story and your history and who you are, because I really want everybody to understand your background, because we've had a lot of those conversations, and I want them to hear that business side.
Yeah, so raised in New York. My father was an entrepreneur, and I graduated from college and jumped into the financial service arena, one of the hardest arenas in New York City that you can imagine. Only 1 to 3% of advisors make it in their 20s. And I made my next shift to South Florida back in 2017 when everyone thought I was absolutely crazy. Like, you're successful in New York, why would you ever shift to South Florida? You just don't do that in financial services. Back in those days, before things were on Zoom and more things were done remote. And I said, well, that's my passion. I want to live in the sun, warm weather, and raise my family. I just had my second child at the time. And I started podcasting. So you see right here, the shrimp tank, you see all these photographs in the background. I had the opportunity to interview some of the best and brightest entrepreneurs in and around the South Florida area. And I got that entrepreneurial itch one day. I was driving in my car, and I always loved networking on the go. And I was like, this makes no sense. COVID-19 hit. Everyone's sitting on their couches, and there's no way for me to get in touch with old contacts anymore. It's always text messaging and saying, hey, we should catch up, and then it wouldn't go anywhere. And at that moment, I said we had to build a tool to make something like this come alive. So it was as simple as networking on the go. Even financial services, how many people I meet and then lose touch with because I got a stack of business cards. And this happens to all of us. Like, they're always sitting on my desk, stacks and stacks of cards that eventually just get shoved into the drawer because you eventually don't call them or email them. So I just said there's got to be a tool to just connect people instantly in real time, and that's how OWWL was birthed.
I love that. And then it's such a strong collaboration between EZWay Interactive, because as you know, we're like kind of like a Facebook or LinkedIn, and we're like the total other half of how the people that connect on OWWL can then go connect afterwards and share each other to social. And also too, our app actually shares to all other social media. Our app works in conjunction. We are like the only social network app that works in conjunction with all other social media and collaborates with like everybody. But the biggest thing is the events. I cannot wait. I mean, we've had no official, it's not official yet, but we've had some very powerful conversations, haven't we, Jason, about doing a big event together with the power players on OWWL and EZWay Interactive, and all of you guys watching. There will be opportunities for you to share your story in conjunction with these power players. But honestly, I'm a big fan too. It is an incredible app, and if you guys don't have it and use the referral code EZWay, letter E, letter Z, you're crazy. I've met a lot of amazing people too. Shout outs to Eric Allen, AE, and I can't remember everybody. I wish I could, but a lot of students actually. And I love giving back. I love giving advice. So I'm getting paid to do what I love. And then I want to also talk about Jason. Then we'll get back to you and Aiden and Jeremy. And I actually want to give you guys your chance to really get to know Jason. Ask him any questions that you want. You guys out there at home, ask any questions that you want. But I want to also talk about the referral and the affiliate side of things, Jason, because I have a lot of people that are ambassadors and affiliates for us. And there's a lot of money. You can make money on money. I love talking about making money on money. Let's have that making money on money conversation, making money on contacts. And by the way, to go off of what you said earlier, Jeremy, it's not about who you know, it's about who knows you. Okay. It's about how they know you, how they respect you. And this app, my app, are the apps that help you get that, how they know you when it comes to the relationship. Jason.
Yeah. What was your question? I guess I know you were just going through
Did
that.
I go on too much of a tangent there?
You did. You did. I lost the question.
I want you to talk about the making money on money. Making
I
money on
gotcha.
affiliates and like, the fact that, let's say that I bring in 10 people and I could be making money on all of their phone calls and the money they're making. I mean, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. I mean, right off the bat, when you're charging to gain access to you and someone calls you, lots of time it's two directional. You're getting paid because someone saw that your profile was curious to them. So you're getting paid, and then opportunities come to you while you're on a conversation, right? I've taken calls where they're paying me $100 for a 10-minute conversation, and then I'm getting invited to speak at an event with hundreds of people, or I'm getting invited to a podcast as an example. So right off the bat, taking calls, you can do both things at once. But then we have a brand ambassador program and an affiliate program where people not only get access to all the contacts that I bring to the table through OWWLL, because at times, I see who's a good connection for one another. And we have these Zooms that are private with our brand ambassadors and affiliates where I make recommendations. But at the same time, you're referring people, and all the people that you bring the platform, you're making an extra percentage on all those referrals. So you are making money on money at the end of the day, as we're a new platform and we're scaling. Of course, one day, like many apps, you get to the scale where you don't have to continuously, provide those types of benefits. So it really is for those early adopters, the ones that see the impact that we want to make on society, jump in early and jump on this run with us, changing lives.
I love that. And it really, really is. Thank you for sharing that. And so I want to share a couple testimonials and case studies and stuff. But before, in fact, we'll do that on another show. We need to do another show specifically on there's 10,000 users. Just imagine what's happening in between those 10,000 users and who those users are. But Aiden and Jeremy, I want to give you guys your chance. We have another 15 minutes left on the show. Let's take about 5 minutes or so for you to really get to know Jason, and anything you want to know. I mean, Jeremy, you as a software engineer, okay, I know that your brain, your hamster wheel is spinning like crazy on what you can ask Jason for an app like this. And Aiden, I mean, this app has helped you tremendously. You've met a lot of people. You guys have grown and done a lot of stuff with your nonprofit because of the OWWL app. You have your chance now with Jason himself, the creator of that app.
No, thank you, Eric. I'm actually really curious, like what inspired you to create this? I mean, that's a big project you took on, and it's such a helpful thing. Curious, where's your beginning point?
That's the question I like for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm going to take it a step back to explain. When you say it's a big project, apps like OWWL that are marketplace style apps fail 99.5% of the time. So when you talk about a big project, I think going into this, I searched that result up and I saw it and I took it head on, right? And I can't tell you how much harder it's been than I ever imagined, right? Creating this app with developers was one of the hardest things I ever put myself through emotionally, and I'm still going through it. I'm not out of it yet, right? 3-4 years of developing this app and marketing the platform. It is taking a toll. Like there's no way to say like you can't, doing based on what I've gone through as a startup. It's just, everyone has to sacrifice in some capacities, and I have more than many people can imagine. And one day that will come out, the things that I've sacrificed along this journey. So right off the bat, right, building it with a team of 6-7 developers, you have to hire the right team, and then you have to execute, right? Every day for a year straight, I was on a call for the first 10 minutes of a day to 1 hour of a day with these developers and really steering the ship, really making sure that we wanted the app to go a certain direction. And then once you launch this app, you think you're done, but really you're at the starting point, right? You're starting to receive customer feedback, and right off the bat, you realize you think you're ready, and then you realize real quick you're not ready. You realize that when you're going up against apps like TikTok, LinkedIn, that have all the bells and whistles under the sun and no bugs, right? Or very, very minimal amount of bugs, you realize real quick, like you're nowhere near ready. So it took us another year after we launched in the App Store to really start getting it right, really fix the infrastructure of the platform, and to give the original users what they really wanted out of the platform. So we have folks like Wendy, I see her mention, like she downloaded over a year ago and she didn't use it much. And a lot of these folks like Wendy come back and they're blown away. They're like, oh my God, it's so much easier to understand now. And they see the value of the platform, where back then there was just issues on the fundamentals, like calls were dropping, people couldn't get a refund if they lost their cell signal and the call dropped while they were driving in their car, for example, because everyone has very high expectations today. So it's been a very long journey, and I say one of the hardest things that I ever went through was getting my first 500 downloads, right? Think about convincing your friends and family to download an app, and you have so much passion behind it, but all of a sudden all the texts get ignored, and they say tomorrow I'll download it, and they don't. So the first 500 downloads was the hardest thing that I ever encountered. I never thought it would be that difficult. And then you got to test these platforms, which is very hard. So you get 500 downloads, but no one's using it. So you can't really test it properly.
I feel your pain.
Yeah. You know a thing or two about this, Eric.
Yeah. And then I want to highlight too, you guys, look behind Jason. Look at all those names. Like that Shrimp Tank show is a pretty big show. Highlight like 3 of the biggest names you've ever interviewed that's been on Shrimp Tank, Jason.
Yeah, I'll just reach under my desk real quick. I got a bunch of cases of Celsius, right?
Yeah.
So we have the CEO of Celsius, and that was one of the coolest stories. We had the original founder as our first episode ever. And then, she passed the Celsius brand over to the current CEO today. And I'll highlight one important part of that story. It was about to fail. They delisted it from the stock exchange. And one relationship is because of where that brand is today. That person was worth hundreds of millions of dollars and stroked a check for a large sum. And this is all up on search if you Google it. And because that one relationship, Celsius is the brand that you see today. So it always reminds me that we could be so close to success or failure, but it could be just that one relationship that matters, which is the whole principle of OWWL. And what we see, what Aiden was talking about earlier, is like in 2 weeks, that relationship, Eric, is yourself, right? He called you and then flew out to California with Jeremy. And I don't know if that is the relationship that changes his life. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But that relationship could have sparked Aiden being, the next celebrity. And one day, Eric and I are sitting for coffee, and we're like, remember that time when Eric downloaded OWWL, and then
Right, yeah.
downloaded OWWL, and like they both connected within the first 2 weeks of signing up, and then it was magic after that. But that was one story. And then we've had some other just smaller brands, right? They don't always have to be a brand like Celsius that have just come on our show, and it's just been magic. Like someone that was on the Forbes 30 under 30 list, we just did a ribbon cutting ceremony with him, and he had an exit with his company, SA Company, which is a quite large brand in South Florida. And just to see like this 30-year-old doing 100 million plus of revenue, it's like your brain can't wrap around him having hundreds of employees, and at such a young age to accomplish that. And then now he has exited from the brand, and he's starting a new brand. So it's just like these stories that have come up, and they all put their favorite motivational quotes up on this board. And what I've come to realize is they're all human. They all have good days, bad days. and we all think like they have all these secrets, but when you have them alone in a room, like my office, and they're just BSing with you, like they just keep going lots of times, and they ask for help, and they just, you know, keep going and going, and they make a lot of mistakes. And I think that would be the thing I would tell any entrepreneur is like the ones that are successful, just they made more mistakes and kept going.
Yeah,
making a mistake and giving up. And
now,
an owl, it's like, you know how many people are like, I did one call, it didn't work, and I'm like, one call? Call 12 people at least. Like,
it takes time. It takes time. You have to have
Jason, I want to flip the roles, and because there's a couple of people asking questions about Aiden and Jeremy. You being a CEO and being the owner of this app, you know, Aiden and Jeremy also have a nonprofit called the Relief Alliance, and they're a father-son duo that's helping the homeless and putting their own money into helping a cause like that in Florida. And I want to get your opinion. And also, too, I'm just going to put it out here on air. I mean, how can Al help that? I want to collaborate and align this and get so much power. Because like you said, who knows where Aiden can go now that Aiden's met me and got involved with the EZWay family. He's on Al. You and I can collaborate together behind this kid. We can mentor. Who knows where that's going to go? But I really want to help this cause because my dad was a veteran. I've been dealing with veterans. I've been dealing with people with homeless. I worked with the Union Rescue Mission for years. I watched the rehabilitation. I mean, that's a super, super cause. So what do you think about the fact that there's a father-son duo doing that? And then two, how can we collaborate together to help these guys?
Yeah. Owl is a home run when it comes to nonprofits. Right off the bat, you can fill up your entire board. Right. Often you want the right people sitting on your board that can make impact and help you and support you. So I use Connie Myers as an example. Connie Myers does a lot with disasters, and she literally launched her nonprofit with the support of OWWLL. At least half of her board came from simple OWWLL calls and her spilling her heart to people through OWWLL phone calls and then resonating and wanting to support her. So right off the bat, getting board members. Next, you have the CEO of Grant Watch on the app, right? And she lives in the state of Florida, and you guys live in the state of Florida. And you could request her to go available, and she'll give you the secret sauce on how to get, you know, money for your nonprofit in an easier way. Grants are very difficult to obtain. It feels like it's an abyss out there of how to figure them out all the time. But when you have the CEO of Grant Watch there, who just published a book, and I happen to be in the book, I nicknamed her the Queen of Grants when she was on my show, The Shrimp Tank, and it stuck. And she put that in her book, you know, on the title. And my point is, like, getting access to someone like that is amazing for your nonprofit. So the list goes on and on. It's just a matter of calling people and resonating and consistently telling your story. And then over time, those people will invite you to events, get you on public stages, and you guys already are doing it. Within 2 weeks, Aiden called Eric and ran with it, right? Most people, the problem is my famous quote is, you go, you get, and you don't have these huge expectations. But Aiden, you did that. You literally had one phone call, Eric gave you an opportunity, and you ran with it, where most people would have said, nah, I'd rather sit at home and watch Netflix, right? And you went on a plane to California, really like, I hope this works out, right? Like, you started Googling them, you started watching things on YouTube, but you have to put yourself out there. And with OWWLL, it's just an endless pit of putting yourself out there, but also an endless pit of opportunities that could come when you do that.
You really have to put procrastination aside, you know,
100%.
And that's what Aiden did. Because like you say, you put things aside and the opportunity passes by and the light bulb fades, and you don't want to go there. Just do it. Like the t-shirt says, just do it. And Aiden did it. And
I hope all you guys watching right now, I mean, there's a lot of people watching right now. There's a lot of people, like, you can really get a lot of good takeaways. And when you have your opportunity, when you're in your situation, when you're on a podcast, when you're talking to someone on the phone, when you're seeing an advertisement or a promotion on social media, someone's inviting you to something and you're like, I don't really want to go, I'm tired, or whatever. You need to find that second energy for real. Like, because you have no idea that what God has in store for you off of that invite, off of that doorway. You have no idea what's behind that door. And because you made the decision not to take action, that may have changed your entire future. I want you to really think about that. You have the opportunity to control and hold down your success for your future. And my suggestion is, especially when EZWay or OWWL invites you to something or whatever, you want to take action, because action takers are money makers. And that door that you're walking through, because you chose that decision that you made, because you chose to walk through that door and take action, could be that door that really changed your life. Just like you're watching right now with Aiden, because this is a life-changing show that you're watching. You're seeing two juggernauts, two giants, two trailblazers, two amazing people that can make a lot of things happen for a lot of people, for real. Me and Jason can pick up the phone and call some pretty amazing people, and we both own platforms that are changing lives, that are making super impact. The stages that we do are changing lives.
It's amazing how fate works, isn't it? I mean, Aiden, you could have been doing something else. You could have went to a basketball game, but one particular time, 1 hour through the day, you decided to check out, the EZWay platform or connect with somebody, and it turned out, hey, let's get some plane tickets. I mean, you could have, something else could have came up, And
going off of what I just said and what you said, Dad, like Joe Petrosky, I'm just going to highlight this. This is one of our platinum members. Joe's no joke. Joe's a high-level person that is in Palmdale, Florida, literally asking you guys questions right now on the show. He's curious. He's interested. He's hearing what you guys are doing with your nonprofit. Wendy's and other people have been posting about OWWL. So Joe is asking, what type of services do you guys provide specifically in that nonprofit? And he messaged again, hello, I'm here, services, I'm interested, I want to help these guys. So go ahead and answer that question real quick.
Yeah. So we help the homeless. So we feed the homeless every week. And those are events. We also do off the cuff feeding the homeless. And we go to where it's needed the most. We provide emergency tents, emergency blankets, emergency financial assistance if it's needed. And we're just there to be an ally to help these folks get back on their feet. We need help. We need volunteers. We can't do this alone, and we'll never turn down help. We're just looking for people who care and want to step up to the plate.
Well said. So that's the website, guys, if you do want to support. And also you can look for Aiden and Jeremy on the EZWay Interactive App. They are always on it. And reach out. Joe, you go right now as we speak, live, real time. What I just said, action takers. Man, this could be another life-changing situation. Go right now on the app and message Aiden, Aiden, or Jeremy, and reach out to them and start talking, connect. We also have a directory now where we're giving you guys all the contact information. You can get Jason's contact information, his wife's phone number, his blood type. No, I'm kidding. We're not that bad. But you can really connect and reach out. So you can either connect your messaging and social media style and events and all the stuff we do, or you can call and reach out. And Joe, you got to get on this app, get on this OWWL app, and you can call Aiden. You can call Jeremy. You can call them. You can call me. Anybody that's watching right now, get on this OWWL app and connect. Get on EZWay Interactive and connect. So Jason, do you have any questions at all? I want to reverse this role, right? You as a CEO, coming from a CEO's perspective, I'm sure you give back to a lot of nonprofits. I'm sure you helped a lot of causes. Either do you have any advice or do you have any questions for Aiden and what they're doing with the Relief Alliance? I mean, I just think it's so cool that a father-son team are trying to make a difference like this. Yeah. Just like me and my dad do with Better Vision for Children.
Yeah, I'll just give tips and advice on this one. I love what you guys are doing with the father-son duo. I see so many people that have joined us on the Shrimp Tank podcast, just like we're doing on this podcast, and these stories resonate with others, right? So often on social media, right, we see a separation of stories, right? Like everyone's just always doing their own thing. So I say own it. Right, like you see law practices on it with father and son kind of names, and then this is your opportunity with this nonprofit to go all in with the branding on this. So I'll say run with it, and call everyone on OWWL like you're doing, Aiden. And in a year from now, if you just put your foot down and say, "Hey, I'm gonna call someone every single day, or on the EZWay platform. I'm going to message 1 or 2 people every day, and just continuously be open-minded with all these relationships. Doors will continue to open, and doors will, of course, continue to shut. Ignore the ones that shut, and you will be on such a pathway to success by the time you're 21 years old. Because everybody else right now is sitting there on Netflix talking about, the top 10 shows right now in the United States or sports. And I'll tell you, if you sacrifice now, you will just get so much further ahead in life. So that'll be my tip to you, Aiden.
Perseverance pays off. You're right. Absolutely.
Aiden, Jeremy, what do you want to say to respond to that?
Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate that. And we're just don't want to put this out there that we're not just feeding the homeless. We're trying to restore dignity, rebuild hope, and show families that someone still cares. Every meal, every tent, every warm blanket, it all comes from compassion. And again, I can't stress it enough. We can't do it alone. If our story moved you, please consider making a donation. No amount is too small. Every dollar helps us reach more people. And because we're registered as a 501c3, your donations are tax deductible as well. But we also need your time, your talent, and your connections too. So if you're a business, become a sponsor. If you're a nonprofit, join our alliance and let's do more together than we ever could apart. And if you're a volunteer looking to make a difference, we'd love to have you.
Well said. And so if anybody wants to interview them, I'm gonna call out to everybody. And in fact, Jason, do you see an interview in the future with Aiden and Jeremy potentially on the shrimp tank?
Yeah, I mean, we have a student audience that is done in their curriculum at the Florida Atlantic University every week, and their professors interview entrepreneurs in person. So at some point, we'll chat about that, of course, on OWWL, and maybe we'll make this happen, later on in the year. And I'm also working with a lot of editorials these days to kind of highlight some of the stories. So you guys were on an email earlier today trying to bring that story to life. So of course, some of these editors, you just don't know where it will go. One day it will go, into, a magazine that gets a couple eyeballs, but then before you know it, you're on Good Morning America, and it could be your story, Aiden, that shines a light on what occurred within the OWWL platform or the EZWay platform. And then all of a sudden, it's not 10,000 people utilizing OWWL to connect. It's 10 million people utilizing OWWL to connect. And same thing with the EZWay platform. Because really, we're just connecting people. Eric and I, we have a simple mission: help people to connect and make the world a better place.
I got to correct. Sorry, Dad. I got to correct you, Jason. You said you might be on Good Morning. They are on Good Morning America, man. You know how big EZWay is. You know how many people are watching this show right now. You got to recognize, man. Do your research. No, I'm kidding. But no, you're right. You never know. In fact, we actually did a show with Jason, your Ellie, with your right hand, Ellie, and you guys put it on your Al Instagram. And that went out. You did the newsletters and stuff. And Aiden, Jeremy, I don't think you guys really realize how famous you are right now within the OWL circuit, within the OWL community. Yeah. You guys have pumped it. Like you guys have been using that story on how, Aiden, you called me up and this magic is happening right now for our high school students, 16 years old, because of OWL and because of EZWay. And so it's already happening. And so everybody that's watching right now, if you have a media vehicle, I want you guys to reach out to us, easywaypromotions@gmail.com. Reach out to us and let us know if you want to interview Aiden, Jeremy, Jason, anything on the show. Help us push this, because it's not just about this show. It's about the share button. Like I said, please press the share button, pound that share button, because that's what we're masters of. That's what we're like masters of the universe, but we're masters of promotions. We get everybody to press the share button, and that's what we're going to do with this.
So we're talking about two very important words here: accountability and purpose. And a lot of people don't realize that healthy food and getting good sleep and exercise, as far as longevity goes, is so important. But they say what's even more important than any of those is having purpose in life. It super exceeds all that, because you get up and you just want to keep going. You have a lot to do. You have a lot you want to accomplish. But the other word that's very important is, while we're down here, when it comes time to go, we'll be sitting across from somebody that's very important, and they're going to say, I gave you life. how can you, it would say something like, what kind of accountability is there? What did you do for me? And what you're doing, and the, for the nonprofits, the 501c3, and the people you're helping, that's accountability. You're becoming accountable, and you have purpose. Two very important things, and you're making a difference in life, not by just a tent and food. You have the mentorship. That changes lives.
Good point. Yeah. No, if you have passion, purpose, and I love that you're using the P's, guys. Here's another little off topic thing. I interviewed Lisa Nichols and her husband, and I'm the first one ever. I haven't seen too many interviews with her and her husband, but I had them answer a question, but they had to answer in all P's. They had to answer using P's: perfection, purpose, passion, profits, and see how many P's you could you could actually answer the question. It's awesome, guys. You're gonna love it. So make sure you tune in. Jeremy and Aiden, we had a question from Joe. I'm telling you, Joe, this is like the 5th question now. He's interested, right? Where in Florida are you guys?
We are at a Kissimmee.
A Kissimmee, Florida. Where's that? Never heard.
So Orlando area, about 15 minutes from downtown Orlando, right next to Disney. Actually, you can see the Epcot fireworks from.
Oh, so cool.
Okay, well, I want to see you guys connect. In fact, I think Jason, you'll be joining us on our next VIP pitch party, which is coming up May 22nd is the next one. So Joe, you'll be able to connect and meet directly. We get you guys in a breakout room, and I want to see some magic happen between you and Joe Petrosky. This guy's no joke in the health space and as a coach and business. And then Jason, we're gonna have you as a featured. I don't know. Can you come on May 22nd? Did we book you on that, or was it another date?
Maybe we'll discuss.
Okay, yeah, we'll see, but we would like to definitely feature you. And then if you guys have any questions and you want to meet Aiden, you want to meet Jeremy, the VIP pitch party is one of the best ways to do that. So we are closing out now. We've gone a little bit
closing out. Got to do a little shot with BBC here.
Yeah. So in closing, let me let everybody give their words of advice on whatever closing, words of wisdom, promotions, comments that you guys want to do. Thanks, Wendy. P also stands for parrot. I love it. That's our bird lady, the songbird lady.
Yeah.
So let's start with you, Aiden, because you're the star of the show today. Let's go ahead and get your words of wisdom or words of advice or words of encouragement or whatever you want to close us out with.
I just want to say to everyone, especially young people, just chase your dreams. Don't feel embarrassed about like what your friends are going to say or whatever. Just chase your dreams. If you see the vision, manifest it. Just think about it. Say only positive things and just go towards your goals and you'll make it. It just takes work ethic, discipline, and just, put aside procrastination and just do it. Just do it.
Well said. And what is your EZWay profile handle and Instagram handle?
My EZWay Interactive handle is Aiden McNally, and my Instagram is Aiden McNally and then an underscore. So AIDEN MCNALLY and then underscore for Instagram. And then EZWay Interactive is just Aiden McNally.
All right. Awesome. All right. And Jeremy?
Yeah. If I was to leave you with anything, I'd say you don't have to be perfect to make a difference. You just have to care. And if you fall and get back up, like Aiden was saying, if you're struggling, don't be afraid to ask for help. And these are really important things. And if you've been blessed, use that blessing to lift someone else up. Relief Alliance was born from brokenness and it's growing into something beautiful. We just hope you'll join us. Get on the EZWay app. It's awesome. The OWWLL app, it's really changed our lives. I would recommend it to anybody. But that's what I'll leave you with. Thank you for having us on, Eric and James Zuley.
Thank you, Jeremy. What's your EZWay profile handle and OWWLL and Instagram, whatever you want to give them?
Yeah, sure. So my EZWay profile, it would just be Jeremy McNally, JEREMY MCNALLY. And Instagram's Jeremy McNally, one word, .1, the number 1, Jeremy McNally .1. Friend me on Instagram, Facebook. Love to hear from you. DM me or share our post. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And Jason?
Okay, mine's simple. I'll go back to my quote, you go, you get, right? That's my famous quote that I tell everybody. Put a lot of our emails is just put yourself out there and don't have big expectations and see where it goes. So that's the same aspect with owl calls. Just give somebody a ring, of course, and you'll see over time good things will come about.
And give them your EZWay, your OWL, your Instagram handles so people can follow you.
I'm easy. Just call me on the OWL app. I'm there all the time. And of course, I even have a cool promotion running where if you call me at $99, I'll refund you the $99 back to your account currently. So I'm technically free. I'm just making sure that people take the app serious. And then on socials, at OWL app with 2 W's, 2 L's. And then also the Jason R. Hill. And then, my EZWay one. I just signed up, so I don't know my handle there by heart.
Just OWL without the app. So OWL app on
Gotcha.
Instagram and just OWL on EZWay. Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna do some real big stuff together. Like we've had some really, really awesome phone calls. And so thank you so much for making the time, brother. I appreciate you come meeting your users here. And Dad, your turn.
Let's cover a little bit of BBC. And like you guys came up with a lot of good acronyms, the perseverance and the focus. You just have to really stick with it because in time, if you do, it'll come to fruition for sure. So BBC, Better Vision for Children, we bring through Eric's magic a lot of awareness because 50% of the parents and caregivers don't have their kids tested. And I'm going through a lot of screening right now. And if amblyopia, myopia, any of these issues are detected early, it can be taken care of. If it's not detected, it can lead to serious issues. And I just went through approximately about 3,500 tests, and we have about a couple thousand left. We'll be finishing up, so it'll be over 5,000 in the month of May. And what I'm seeing is for every 100 children that we test, at least 25% of them have an issue, amblyopia or one of the issues. And what I'm going to do is keep track of everybody, and we're going to follow through, make sure they have transportation to wherever they have to go to follow up with their issue, and we're going to make sure they have it corrected. So it's sticking with it. That's our part 1 vision. And our part 2 vision is bringing mentorship to people in the foster community and underprivileged children. Mentorship, experience, education, and so on. For a life-changing experience. That's BBC. Better Vision for Children, bbccharity.org. And I guess, Eric, it's time to sign off here.
All right. And then, we are brought to you guys by All Aboard Limousine Services, best transportation in the planet. Remember, we are reaching 350 million viewers per month via the iTube 247 television network, fast channel. Search EZWay TV. We're also on the Faith channel as well, and that is 150,000 impressions per month. And you can search EZWay TV, and we're on Roku TV, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. You can download our app on the Apple or Android store, Roku TV, whatever smart TVs you wanna search for, and we appreciate all of our alliances and supporters and EZWay family and everybody that shows up at the VIP pitch party. It's coming up, guys, May 22nd. Join us. Click the share button. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. Whoever shares the most, whoever uses the hashtag EZWay family the most, whoever shines the most from this episode, whoever is our biggest rock star, you are going to be on our next stage, the next episode. We're on our season 9. This is the 977th episode, over 800,000 viewers on Radio Boomers Live and growing. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. You guys rock. This has been so much fun. Jason, thank you so much for your time,
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Aiden, Jeremy. So we're going to go ahead and let you guys go. And I know, Jason, you got your other meetings. So thanks for making the time, like I said, man. And you guys look up the OWL app, look up Aiden, look up Jeremy. On the EZWay Interactive app, on the OWL app. Look at, follow them on Instagram. Get involved. And then next week, I believe we're going to have a friend of mine who's very big with Universal, very big with Capitol Records, very big. Her daughter's with Snoop Dogg right now on Netflix. It's a mother-daughter duo. So today we had a father-son duo. It's a mother-daughter duo next week. And we're working on getting them on some Netflix projects and some big things. So tune in to find out more, learn more. It's another big community. They have a lot of supporters. It's a group called Form. Faces of Rap Mothers. So that's coming up here soon. We're going to go commercial break, and then Dad, go ahead and close it out. And again, guys, you can download the EZWay Interactive app for complimentary, for free. And then this will tell you a little bit more about EZWay Interactive, EZWay Network, and our app can actually connect you directly just by scanning a QR code. And tune in, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, www.rbllive.com. We'll be right back.
If you want to amplify your reach, visibility, and generate more sales leads, joint venture partners, and increase your bottom line by one simple login, then EZWay Network is your solution to greatness. Sign up to EZWayNetwork.com, use invite code EZWay, or use the invite code of the person that referred you. Our all-in-one marketing solutions hub can help boost your event, podcast, and increase your relationship equity by the click of a button. What are you waiting for? EZWayNetwork.com.
EZWay Interactive. EZWay Network is all about connecting people and expanding opportunities through powerful networking. With our new scan directory, upgraded members can scan each other's unique codes to instantly access contact details, including name, phone number, email, and profile information. Coupled with our innovative business matchmaking feature, you can easily find exactly what you're looking for. Plus, our app allows your business to reach over 10,000 members. Download the free EZWay Interactive app today and see how it can help your business grow and connect like never before. This app pays you for affiliate referrals.
Okay, guys, remember those difficult times and those challenges only make you stronger. Out of fire, gold is forged. Just keep moving forward and you'll reach your goals. And keep the faith, keep moving, and Radio Boomers Live is signing out.
Got a spark with an EZWay family, making our mark with connections and trust. Our bond is tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the EZWay first right in our hands, building dreams together like no other brand.
You're watching EZWay TV, powered by EZWayNetwork.com.